can't believe that I've got to think about it. 18,999 people are interested in what I've got to say. That's just blows my mind. But the thing is, look at this. 18,999 people. Wow. One more, and that'll bring me up to 19,000. But before we get to 19,000, I want to say thank you to every one of you. 18,999 of you. But a real special thank you to that one person that is about to subscribe and get me to 19,000. Now, I've been refreshing my phone for the last 10 minutes, so I really want to try and catch this on camera. So let's see what happens now if I refresh. Is it going to jump? No! Oh, come on! So the time is now 16:34, and 34 is my lucky number. So I'm going to refresh it again. Let's have another look. So we're at 18,999. Let's have a go. Ready? Let's see if 34 is going to be my lucky number. Oh, yes! Get in now! Thank you, whoever just subscribed to my channel. I love you. Actually, I love all of you, all 19,000 of you. I can't thank you enough. I'm so grateful. You do not know what this means to me. Now on with the rest of today's video. Now, last Friday's video, you saw me build my little handy shelf. And whilst I was building that shelf, I went and interrupted Rebecca. She was painting her van. So today, I want to talk to Rebecca about the paint she used in her van and why she chose that paint that she used in her van. But first, I just want to say congratulations to all of those eagle-eyed cherry pickers out there that spotted that Rebecca didn't actually have any paint in her paintbrush. I'll just show you a picture of that. The reason for this is purely because I told her not to hold the dirty paintbrush. I said to her, make sure you hold a clean paintbrush, because the last thing you want to do is splash any paint anywhere. So alright, now we've cleared that up, let's go and see Rebecca. Hi Rebecca.
Hi.
So for those of you that don't know, this is Rebecca and this is her camper van. You'd like to tell us all about the paint you used in this van and why you used the paint that you've used in your van.
Of course. Okay, well, if you pan across and see the cupboards here, I've got two types of paint, mainly because I started off with this thinner one, which was more of a wash, and I chose it because it was water-based and low VOC and a hardy waterproof type paint once it was dry. However, it's too thin and it would have taken a lot longer to have painted the van, and I wasn't happy with the opacity. So I switched to another type of paint which is actually a lot better, and that's what you can see here on the finished product. It's a much thicker paint, it's gloss paint, but it's water-based and low VOC, which is always what I'm looking for when I'm painting. Because you're in a van, you need to be aware of low VOCs at all times, not only when you're painting the van, but when you're actually living in the van too. And we're going to talk more about that now.
Now, I do believe Rebecca watched a video of mine some time ago where I talk about the importance of VOCs in your van. And I know I've covered this before and I've covered it in the past, but it is a subject that I'm really passionate about, because you see a lot of van build videos on YouTube and they all talk about gas and the gas safety, electrical safety. They all talk about carbon monoxide poisoning, but nobody really talks about the fact that because you're inside such a confined space, keeping your van low in VOCs is really important. and I'll let Rebecca explain exactly why that is.
Well, thank you, Mel, for telling us all about that. And I didn't actually know as much about VOCs until I watched Mel's video, so we will link it up above so that you can check this out as well. But I did my own research after watching Mel's video, and it's surprising actually how much VOCs are important to your health. I found out that VOCs not only irritate your breathing, but they can give you skin irritation, they can affect your liver and kidney function if you're exposed to them over a longer period of time. They can lead to cancer, and because you're in such a small space all the time, living in a van, you've got to try and minimize these effects on your body because you haven't got another room to go to. A household, you know, you can flip between rooms, you've got more circulation of air, and you're not going to be spending as much time in one room. Hopefully not, anyway. Whereas in a van, you're going to be in a room that's going to be the size of maybe one room of your house. You're going to have limited airflow compared to a house. You're going to be spending a lot longer in it in the bad weather. And so you need to be aware of what you're putting into your van. The other thing about living in a van is that you're going to be having extreme temperatures. So you're going to be going from being really cold to being very hot. So in the summertime, the VOCs in the van are going to be constantly changing with the temperature. So you're going to be breathing in the VOCs more because of that change in climate and temperature. Now the paint finish that I've gone for is actually a gloss, but it's a water soluble gloss, and it's also low in VOCs, which is a win-win in my opinion, because obviously if you want to paint your van, you've got to put something in, but I would highly recommend always going for a water-based paint rather than anything else, because as soon as you get away from that, you're going to be increasing the VOCs, and we don't want that. We want to stay healthy. It just goes to show you can find alternatives to oil-based paints.
Now, it's not only paint you need to worry about, it's other wood preservatives as well, such as Danish oil. Now, Danish oil seems to be really popular among van builders. But here's the thing, some Danish oils are really high in VOCs. And I'll let Rebecca show you something that's really interesting, something that really does tick me off.
So it's not only paint that we have to be concerned about, but also other wood preservatives. We've got to think about Danish oil, teak oil, anything that is a hard glaze or a wood finish. Take a look at this, for instance. I've got a wood stain here, which is low in VOCs, which is great. But then there is a similar hard glaze finish, which is high in VOCs. And take a look at the size of that label compared to this one. Where is it? There. It seems to me that the higher the VOC, the smaller the label.
So shame on you paint producers. The higher the VOC, the bigger the label should be. Surely, not smaller the label.
Please do consider the level of VOCs that you're using, because it's such a small space and you're going to be living in here a lot of the time. You want to try and reduce the effects on your own health and the health of the planet when you're putting paint or varnish in your van.
Well, there you go. Hopefully you found this video informative, mildly entertaining. And if you did, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe to Rebecca's channel. Thanks for watching. Ta for now. Hey Becky, what's that on your paintbrush?
Paint, of course. Paint.